Good evening. This is Faith Fisher reporting live after the shocking fire and the emotional turmoil that followed. Tonight, we speak with Mildred and her friends who witnessed a highly unusual event, poetry being read aloud in their own home. Let's hear their thoughts, but first let's hear some things from the fire and the killing. So here's a few things. Ready? The front door opened. Mildred came down the steps, running one suitcase held with a dreamlike clutching rigidity in her fist as a beetle taxi hissed to the curb. And then, poor family, oh, everything gone, everything gone now. And then last one, was it my wife turned in the alarm? Beatty nodded, but her friends turned in an alarm earlier that I let ride. All right, last one. Montag shot one continuous pulse of liquid fire on him. Okay, Mildred, nice to have you here today. I have a few questions. So let's see here. What is the first question? Mildred, can you describe what happened during the fire and how you felt about it?
Well, it was absolutely aggravating. Montag has always been odd, but this time he completely lost his mind. He read from one of those awful books, right in front of my friends. It was embarrassing, and now I'm stuck in the middle of all these conflicting emotions. I just want things to go back to normal.
Do you think there was any reason for Montag to share the book? Do you believe he spoke earnestly?
Like he was giving us some great gift, but I think he just wanted to show off. He thinks he's smarter than the rest of us. Honestly, his actions deserve condemnation. Books were banned for a reason.
And did you feel any sort of melancholy after what happened?
Really? No. Why would I? Books don't bring happiness. They only cause trouble. The TV walls are all I need. Acting as if he's some grand custodian of lost knowledge, but he's only making a mess of everything.
Do you think Beatty's murder was an escape from oblivion of a society consumed by conformity, or was it an act of rebellion against a pedantic enforcer or oppressive rules?
It matters much. Beatty was always pedantic, constantly lecturing and judging, but thinking about oblivion or rebellion. What's the point? I think everybody is just better off sticking to their walls and being happy. Why complicate things when you already have everything?
Thank you, Mildred, for your time. I think everyone watching will agree with you on this.
Thank you.
Okay, now today we have Mrs. Bowles here with us to explain to us about the murder of Beatty and the fire, as well as Montag reading poetry to her and her friends. Let's get started, Mrs. Bowles. So the first question, do you believe Montag's behavior could be seen as conflicting with the peaceful life you've all built?
Absolutely. We have everything we need. Entertainment, fun, no worries. But Montag? He's stirring up trouble. He doesn't understand that peace comes from not thinking too much. His actions are conflicting with everything our society stands for.
So now, Mrs. Bowles, you seemed less affected. How did you feel about Montag's actions?
I was furious. It was an aggravating experience. Books are dangerous, and he had no right to make us listen to that nonsense. He acted like a fool, waving that book around with such a ridiculous flourish, as if it meant something. It meant nothing.
Thank you for your time, Mrs. Bowles. I think everyone watching understands, and I'm sorry that you had to be around that. Montag was very wrong in his actions. So thank you, Mrs. Bowles, for coming.
You're so welcome.
Now we have Mrs. Phelps with us today. Thank you for your coming. To start things off, I have one question for you. Mrs. Phelps, you became emotional when Montag read the poem. What was it about his words that made you waver in your feeling?
I don't know. I don't want to know. One minute I was fine, and the next my emotions were out of control. It was like something in me cracked, like a delicate capillary bursting. I don't understand why it happened, but I hated it.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Phelps, for your time. We really appreciate you coming. And to end things off, it's clear that books still have the power to unsettle, even in a society that has long abandoned them. As emotions waver and minds wrestle with conflicting thoughts, we must ask, are books truly dangerous, or is the real danger in ignoring them? Reporting live, this is Faith Fisher. Thank you again.